Adams now on the mound. Gorman at first, playing in the grass, as is Jones over at third.
And really, Rob, the only differences we're seeing between the lineup for this game and the lineup for Dalloway, Tyler Hall's getting the start at second as opposed to Dylan Rook, who started the first game. Cole Rawls will start in left instead of A.J. Moore, who started the first ball game. And I believe that's the extent of the changes that we've seen.
I believe so. Here we go at the top of the first. Logan Adams on the mound for the Jacks. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1-0 count. So no outs, top of the first. Just getting started. If you're just joining us, 0-0 your score here in the top of the first. Norphlet at the plate. That's a strike. 1-1 now the count. Again, as Chris just said, if you're just joining us, we do not have a Norphlet roster, so we are not going to be able to give you names. We will try our best. Number 12 at the plate for Norphlet in the leadoff spot. Adams comes set. Here's the 1-1. And that pitch pretty far outside. Not sure what he was trying to throw there. It didn't look all that great. That possibly could have been a curveball, but not entirely sure. Too far out, and it's a 2-1 count. Adams comes set. Here's the pitch. A strike. 2-2 count now with no outs in the top of the first. 0-0 the score. Again, you're watching SaleemRiverTV.com's live presentation of Lumberjack Live Weekend of Baseball. The second game Warren's playing in today against Norphlet. They beat Dollarway 5-4 just moments ago. 3-2 the count. Three-two count, no outs. Top of the first. Adams set. Here's the pitch. A swing and strike three.
Nice job there by Logan Adams.
A nice way to start off this ball game. 1 up, 1 down. 1 out, top of the first. Again, Adams getting his second start of the day. Probably seeing pitch maybe 1-2 innings at most, as he did in the game before. Here's the pitch. Back up the middle. Hall got to it, was able to stop it, but a nice effort right there by Justin Hall, but a tough play to make, and really didn't have any chance of getting the runner at first.
No, not at all. Nice job to get over and knock it down and try to avoid anything happening out there in center field.
So Norphlet now has a runner on first. Their number 2 hitter is now on first. 1 out in the top of the first. 0-0 the score. Lumberjacks in their white uniforms if you're just joining us. Logan Adams on the mound for the Lumberjacks. He comes set. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Swing. Church throws it down to second. And it's knocked down right there by Tyler Hall, the second baseman. Runner safely in at second. So Norphlet has a runner in scoring position with only 1 out here in the top of the inning.
Tyler Hall had a tough time right there adjusting to the throw from Church. But a nice job keeping it in front of him.
Adams on the mound, comes set. Here's the pitch. That breaks inside for a strike. 0-2 count with 1 out. Again, Jack's just played a game right before this one, so but Coach Cuthbertson, I think, did a nice job of moving his pitchers around, so shouldn't be too much game fatigue in play at this point. Here's the 0-2 pitch. A dribbler to short. Hall makes the throw. It's not going to be in time. Now Norphlet has runners at the corners with just 1 out in the top of the first.
Well, that's a play right there that really needs to be made.
Yeah, those are the kind that day in or day out the conference championship caliber teams are going to make. I know it's a soft ground ball, but and honestly, your third baseman's really got to get over there to that. I know it's a tough one to make for him, but he's going to have the momentum going to first once he picks that up, and it may have been a little bit far out of his reach, but that's still somebody has to make that play.
Exactly. And now you got a tough situation. You got first and third here with only one out.
First and third, one out in the top of the first. Norphlet has runners at the corners. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Church throws it down a second. One run's going to come in.
Wow.
Throw gets away, so a runner scores. A runner moves up to second for Norphlet. They now have a 1-0 lead in the top of the first. Still just one out. And we were talking about, Chris, that third inning in that last ball game with Warren and Dollarway really slowed things down. We may see that here in the first.
You could be right. We've, they got to settle down. You got to stop at your play here.
Looks like a Norphlet player's going to have a courtesy runner come in. Either that or a pinch runner, one of the two, but I'm imagining that's going to be a courtesy runner. So Norphlet has a runner at second in scoring position with just one out, an 0-1 count to number 17 of Norphlet. Again, we don't have a roster for Norphlet, so we will just be calling their numbers for this one. Here's the pitch. A swing and a strike. 0-2. Kind of busted him in there, Chris.
Well, we're trying to – let me check these scores real quick. It's a big game. Both these teams have one loss apiece. Warren's only loss was to Drew Central. Norphlet's only loss was an 11-1 game last night to Hermitage. Big game as far as positioning, trying to get one of those top two seeds here.
Adams set with one out and 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Popped up. Justin Hall. He calls it. He's under it. Oh, just drops it. Kind of hit the palm of his glove, maybe lost it a little bit in the sun, and that will be an error.
Tell you what, we've seen a tough day for middle infielders trying to field balls in the air. Dalloway struggled with it tremendously. Right there, Justin Hall looked like he never did get a good read on it.
Well, and of course we've got a gorgeous day. The sun is out. Just a few clouds lingering in the sky, so not much protection for those infielders' eyes if the ball's popped straight up. Tough play, not only on Hall but on Adams. He pretty much thought he had an out there, and all of a sudden he doesn't have it. So one out still just in the top of the first. Norphlet at the plate in the red uniforms. A 1-0 count to the hitter at the plate. Adams on the mound for the Jacks. Norphlet has runners on first and second. Here's the pitch from Adams. Takes his time, throws to second. Tyler Hall has the catch, but the runner is back in safely at second base. So Adams trying to work out of a bit of a jam here. One run's already come in, trying to keep it from being two. Need a ground ball here. That's not going to be it, but Tyler Hall is under it. Got it.
Nice job there by Tyler Hall.
Just get the out. That's a nice job right there by Hall.
And the comments on Tyler is only a freshman or a sophomore. They're fundamentally sound. He's a solid defensive player there at second base. Trying to work on improving his arm and some other things with his game, but they've been pleased with what he's brought to the table defensively.
All right, 2 outs, top of the first. Jacks have a chance to get out of this with only one run in for Norphlet. Here's the pitch. Curveball hung. 1-0 count. And after a few, if you're keeping the pitch count, Chris, I'm not sure what it is at this point, but after a long inning, you might not see Logan Adams come back out for the second after he's already pitched 2 in the first and a chance to play another game later. We're just not sure how that's going to work out, but and they've got a conference game against DeWitt coming up Monday. You probably want to save your best pitcher for that ball game. So I wouldn't be surprised if Logan gets out of this with no more damage done, or if another run comes in, you could see him pulled here in just a second. He comes set. Here's the pitch from Adams. Fouled off to the right side. He's got 2 strikes on him now, with 2 outs here in the top of the first. Norphlet up 1-0. We saw some nice defensive plays from the Jacks in that game against Dollarway a few minutes ago. Drake Jones made a nice play early in that ball game. So a couple of mistakes here in the first against Norphlet have cost us a little bit, but still no big damage done.
A lot of help right there.
And that is strike 3. Adams gets out of it with only 1 run comes in for Norphlet. We will go to the bottom of the first. Jacks coming to the plate. Up next, Logan Adams, Justin Hall, and Troy Sellers in the 1-2-3 slot. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back after this commercial break on Lumberjack Live.
Arkansas Superior Federal Credit Union's got it all. In addition to providing great service with a personal touch, Arkansas Superior is member-owned, so profits go back to you, not stockholders. Arkansas Superior offers everything from savings and free checking to auto loans, home loans, and even credit cards. Call 800-643-2160 and see why people are switching to credit unions like Arkansas Superior. Learn more at asfcu.coop and like us on Facebook. Federally insured by NCUA. Reynolds Surveying has 18 years experience in the business and is well qualified to conduct residential, commercial, topographical, large acreage, and land surveying. Give them a call at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Again, call Reynolds Surveying at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Get ready for the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. This year's festival features headliner Marty Stewart. The festivities will kick off May 31st and last through June 9th. Go ahead and start making your plans today to attend Arkansas's Festival to Remember. Bring the entire family and enjoy the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Lumberjack Live, weekend of baseball on SalineRiverTV.com.
Holloway was very, very good.
All right, we are back down now to the field. And here we go. Logan Adams leading it off for the orange and black. Again, we don't have a roster for Norphlet, so I'm not sure who this is pitching, but there is a strike. 0-1 count now to Logan Adams. And Chris, as you and I were talking about during the break, we have heard that the kid that was going to start today, number 3 here on the mound for Norphlet, has a pretty good curveball. And I think that may have been it, but it was up a little bit. Makes it 1-1.
Well, if it's the kid that we were made aware of last night, he goes to the curveball a lot, likes to throw it in fastball counts. I know Hermitage and Coach Brian Eagle had charted him.
Popped up to the pitcher. He's got it, and that's out number 1. Norphlet able to get a quick out. Next up, Justin Hall, who has started at shortstop for the Lumberjacks, hitting in the number 2 spot. Here's the pitch. That ball in the dirt, 1-0 count.
As we were talking about with the pitcher, Rob, they charted by Hermitage coaching staff at approximately 40% curveball in their game with them earlier this year. That's quite a bit for a high school pitcher. He likes to go to it, and we'll see if that's what he spiked that one in the ground.
Yeah, that one hit the dirt and nicked off the catcher, and no fenceman there. We could have caught that one, but
exactly.
Hall now has a 2-0 count in his favor with 1 out in the bottom of the first. Jack's down just 1-0, so still this game well within reach. There's a shot, going to get past the second baseman, Hall. Not going to look for 2, I don't think. He rounds first. That will be a single. Nice job going to the opposite field by Justin Hall.
That's the kind of hitting right there you expect from a senior leader on your ball club. Did a nice job, hit that ball hard, and gives them a runner on in front of Troy Sellers, who had a big game against Dollaway earlier today.
That's right. Troy Sellers, number 4, the center fielder for the Lumberjacks, steps in, hitting in the number 3 spot with 1 out in the bottom of the first. Justin Hall on first base. Here's the pitch. That's upstairs. Ball 1. 1-0 count. Norphlet's pitcher comes set. Here's the pitch. That's again high. Ball 2. 2-0 count. And I'll be interested to see what changes Coach Robert Cuthbertson makes here in a few minutes, Chris. We've got several people on the bench that haven't played yet today that I know do have some ability at the plate. Of course, we saw Wesley Cornish came in that last game. He's got some power. Big kid, young kid that could be a big influence on the future of this baseball program. Sellers still at the plate with a 2-0 count. Here's the pitch. Grounder. It's hit really soft at third baseman. Sellers has it beat. He is safe. The runner moves to second. Hall takes second base. Nice job by Troy Sellers hustling down the first base line. And he gets an infield single out of it.
A nice job there. Troy's a maximum effort player.
Number 15, Drake Jones, the third baseman for the Orange and Black, steps up to the plate. Hitting in the cleanup spot. Chance to drive in the tying run. And here's the pitch to him. That's low, 1-0 count. This is where you need a kid like Drake, still very youthful, but you need him to get some experience under his belt in this non-conference matchup where things really don't matter a whole lot, just trying to get some game time in to step up and get a nice single here and either move Hall over to third or possibly drive him in. That pitch called in the outside corner. Umpires have today had a pretty wide zone, but they've been consistent with it, and I'm happy with that. I think everybody would be. He's been very consistent with both teams, with all the teams so far in this tournament. And we watched 3 of them today, so we know what the zone's like. Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss. That's a curveball. Runners will move. Runners advance. Hall goes to third.
Hermitage Hermits have arrived here at Drew Central. They've got the next ball game against the host Drew Central Pirates.
Of course, that is part of the River Region, so we will try our best to have coverage of that game. We won't be covering it live, but we will have a report on it, we hope. That pitch low for a ball, 2-2 count, 1 out in the bottom of the first. Jack's the home team here in this matchup against Norphlet in the Southeast Arkansas Slugfest Tournament. Here's the pitch. Lined over the shortstop. 2 runs going to come in. Hall scores. Now Sellers comes in. And that's what I was just talking about. A young guy. Drake Jones comes through in the cleanup spot. and takes the lead for the Lumberjacks. Now 2-1. Jacks on top in the bottom of the first. Nice piece of hitting right there.
Very nice piece of hitting right there with a 2-2 count. That's what you need out of a kid right there in your 4-hole. And Drake's only a sophomore. Best yet to come for him.
Number 22, Aaron Church, the catcher for the Lumberjacks, steps up to the plate. Jones at first takes his lead. That pitch upstairs, ball 1. Again, Jones takes his lead at first base. Gets back, throw over to first, not in time. So he is safe. 1-0 count, 1 out. Bottom of the first. Jacks now on top of Norphlet, 2-1. Here's the pitch. Fly ball to left. And it is caught by the left fielder. A nice line drive hit. Really, that was a little bit up, but Church got a good bit of it. Just happened to hit it right to the left fielder. Really didn't have to move a whole lot. And unfortunate right there because he did get a good bit of that baseball.
He put a good swing on it.
And up next, stepping up into the box, is Blake Gorman, number 17, who we saw come in the third and start off the inning against Dollarway for the Lumberjacks. He will step up and try to advance the runner with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Again, Jacks on top by the score of 2-1 with 2 outs. And up, as I said, Blake Gorman at the plate. Tyler Hall, number 12, the second baseman for the Orange and Black, on deck. And after him would be Randy Gorman and then Cole Rawls. Here's the pitch. That's inside. Jones going. And he is there underneath the tag. A nice aware play by Drake Jones at first, getting over there, seeing the ball was in the dirt, taking a break. A good jump, and he gets there. Close play, but he's able to get in underneath the tag. And now he is in scoring position. If Gorman can just get a ball, a nice single, perhaps Jones could get around past third. And that ball in the dirt, he will not advance after that, though. Nice job by Norphlet's catcher just to block that and keep him in front. Again, Jacks on top now 2-1 with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Playing Norphlet here in the Southeast Arkansas Slugfest. Being held at Drew Central in Monticello, Arkansas. We welcome all of our viewers from around the river region, around the state of Arkansas, and of course we know we have several viewers that watch us from all around the United States. We appreciate you so much for joining us on SalineRiverTV.com. We're glad to have you. Gorman at the plate. There's the pitch. That's a ball. Now a 3-1 count to Blake Gorman. Jones takes his lead at second. Here's the pitch. Fouled off to the left side.
It's going to move the count full here to Gorman. He was 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored in the first ball game, a win over Dollarway.
And a lot of times the success of a team is really you can look at your 6, 7, 8, 9 hitters, and if those guys are able to produce, a lot of times these teams, especially on the high school level, really any level, if the bottom of your order can, middle to bottom, can produce, you'll be in good shape. Gorman takes the walk there after the full count and low ball. 2 outs, bottom of the first. Jacks on top, 2-1. Number 12, Tyler Hall, steps up to the plate for the Lumberjacks. Again with another chance to drive in Jones, who is currently at second. Coach Robert Cuthbertson talking things over with Hall. Randy Gorman, number 28, the first baseman's on deck. He would be followed by number 32, Cole Rawls.
And Tyler Hall here, the brother of shortstop Justin Hall.
Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss from Hall. 0-1 count with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Jacks clinging to a 2-1 lead, but a chance to extend that to 3-1. Here's the pitch to Hall. That's a strike on the outside corner. Again, a consistent call all day long. So you know that outside corner and inside corners are going to be stretched a little bit, but hey, you got to fight those off if you know that's where they're going to be. And that is strike 3. Again, about the same spot on the outside corner. We're going to the top of the second. Jacks have a 2-1 lead. We'll be back in just a moment. You're watching Lumberjack Live on SalineRiverTV.com.
Any good stadium groundskeeper will tell you that the quality and cleanliness of a sports field is essential to a great game. Athletes must be able to compete on pristine ground. The same goes for in the home. If you were to comfortably enjoy your home, it must be cared for in a professional quality manner. Call Beaver's Carpet Cleaning today for a free estimate. Dial 870-820-8762. Beaver's Carpet Cleaning, owner Beaver Ray Smith. Jennings Carpet Specialties is a proud sponsor of Lumberjack Live. For professional installation of hardwood, carpet, vinyl, laminate, ceramic, blinds, and commercial flooring, contact Jennings Carpet Specialties at 870-226-3890 or stop by their shop at 212 South Myrtle Street in Warren. Jennings Carpet Specialties, quality you can stand on. For over 2 years, SalineRiverChronicle.com has been the fastest growing news source in Bradley County. Currently, SalineRiverChronicle.com gets around 15,000 page views per week. It's the only local news source in Bradley County that provides fast breaking news, full color photography, and live video coverage through the new SalineRiverTV.com. And guess what else? SalineRiverChronicle.com is updated every single day. That's right, it's a daily local news source. Help us spread the word about SalineRiverChronicle.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching SalineRiverTV.com's Lumberjack Live weekend of baseball. The Lumberjacks taking on Norphlet right now. We're going to the top of the second, which is just about to start here in just a couple of moments. Lumberjacks on top by the score of 2-1. Logan Adams still on the mound for the Jacks. Perhaps we could see him, Chris, finish out 2 innings like he did in the last ball game against Dollarway.
And they may let him go as long as he can go right here in this ball game, because it's no guarantee that they're going to play again today.
True.
As it is. And they're planning on starting Drake Jones against DeWitt on Monday, and he hasn't pitched at all today, and the plan is to pitch him an inning at max. So don't expect to see him. But right there for the Lumberjacks in the bottom of the first, 2 runs off 3 hits, left 2 guys stranded. So taking a 2-1 lead here in the top of the second.
Adams gets set to start off the top of the second on the mound for the Lumberjacks. He gets set for the pitch. Driven to the second baseman. And that's Tyler Hall with the catch. So 1 out, 1 away here in the top of the second. Nice start. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Again, Hall makes it look routine over at second base, as we talked about earlier. That's one of his strong points. He's pretty fundamentally sound defensively for the Lumberjacks.
And it would be nice if we were able to let Logan finish out this ball game. If he could, keep that pitch count as low as possible. And there is a strike, a nice way to start off this at bat. 0-1 count.
He did. He managed to get out of the first inning with 19 pitches thrown. He threw 37 in the first game in 2 innings. And a lot of it may come down to how much time's left in this ball game.
That ball fouled off. That'll make it 0-2. So on the top of the second, Jacks have a 2-1 lead. Logan Adams on the mound. 0-2 count to the batter. 1 out. Catcher Aaron Church takes his stance. Drake Jones getting set at third base. Adams out of the stretch. Gets set. Here's the pitch. And that ball is strike 3. 2 outs now. 2 up, 2 down for Logan Adams. Nice pitch sequence there.
You caught him looking right there. Nice pitch by Logan Adams. That's his 3rd strikeout through 1 2/3 innings pitched right here.
2 outs, top of the second. Logan Adams trying to get through this inning. 1-2-3. Comes set. Here's the pitch. That ball outside. 1-0 count. Two outs, top of the second. Adams comes set. Here's the pitch. That's outside. 2-0 count now. Chris, who do we have coming up in the bottom of the second inning for the Lumberjacks?
Leading off for Warren will be Randy Gorman. Cole Rawls will bat second. Logan Adams will bat third here in the bottom of the second.
So 8-9-1 coming up. There is a strike. Norphlet's number 11 swings through that one. Makes it a 2-1 count, 2 outs, top of the second. Jacks have a 2-1 lead in their second game of the day. Just played back-to-back here. Faced the Dollarway Cardinals in a technical non-conference matchup just before this one and won 5-4. There's a swing, strike, 2. Now a 2-2 count. Chance to get out of this inning with a nice pitch sequence going here, going on the batter before. Can Adams finish it off? Here's the 2-2. That
Nice
catches
pitch.
the corner. Strike 3, 1-2-3. Norphlet goes down. We're going to the bottom of the second inning. Quick work. I like it from Logan Adams. There we go. Randy Gorman, Cole Rawls, and Logan Adams coming up next in the bottom of the second. Don't go anywhere. We got 8-9-1 coming up for the Lumberjacks. Don't go anywhere, folks.
Arkansas Superior Federal Credit Union's got it all. In addition to providing great service with a personal touch, Arkansas Superior is member-owned, so profits go back to you, not stockholders. Arkansas Superior offers everything from savings and free checking to auto loans, home loans, and even credit cards. Call 800-643-2160 and see why people are switching to credit unions like Arkansas Superior. Learn more at asfcu.coop and like us on Facebook. Federally insured by NCUA. Reynolds Surveying has 18 years experience in the business and is well qualified to conduct residential, commercial, topographical, large acreage, and land surveying. Give them a call at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Again, call Reynolds Surveying at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Jennings Carpet Specialties is a proud sponsor of Lumberjack Live. For professional installation of hardwood, carpet, vinyl, laminate, ceramic, blinds, and commercial flooring, contact Jennings Carpet Specialties at 870-226-3890 or stop by their shop at 212 South Myrtle Street in Warren. Jennings Carpet Specialties, quality you can stand on.
Welcome back. You're watching Lumberjack Live. Weekend of baseball on SaleneRiverTV.com, a partner of SaleneRiverChronicle.com. Just about to get set for the bottom of the second. Lumberjacks have a 2-1 lead. They're about to step up to the plate. We've got number 28, Randy Gorman, hitting in the 8 slot. Coming up, number 9, or actually number 32, coming up in the number 9 slot, Cole Rawls. And then to finish it out, Logan Adams back to the leadoff spot. Number 5, who got the start on the mound for the Jacks today. He started against Dollarway, and he started against Norphlet as well. So the Jacks have a 2-1 lead, and a nice work. Here we go. Randy Gorman takes a strike, an 0-1 count. Nice job in the last inning, Chris, as we talked about. Logan Adams getting out of that 1-2-3.
Yeah, he did. He pitched well through 9 pitches, I believe. Yeah, 9 pitches right there in the top of the second.
It doesn't get more clinical than that. 9 pitches in an inning.
Yeah, you check it down with the first base umpire and says he went. And Gorman down 2 strikes right here, 1 first baseman.
And no outs, bottom of the second. Jacks have a 2-1 lead, an 0-2 count to number 28, Randy Gorman, the first baseman. Here's the pitch. That's low, 1-2 count. Again, this will be our last game of the day that we cover live on SaleneRiverTV.com. The Jacks, if they win this one, will play again, I believe, Chris. Or we think they will. We're not entirely sure. That's called strike 3. Gorman heads back to the dugout, not happy with the location call, or the call of the location of a couple of the pitches. But 1 down, Norphlet off to a successful start in the bottom of the second. And up next for the Lumberjacks, number 32, Cole Rawls. This is one of the changes to the lineup from the Dollarway game that we noticed.
Rawls, another one of those young guys, as we mentioned earlier. This Warren team's only got 5 seniors, no juniors.
32 Cole Rawls at the plate. Here's the pitch. That ball is outside. That'll be a 2-0 count. 1 out, 2-0 count to Rawls. In the bottom of the second, Jacks have a 2-1 lead. And here is the pitch. That's a strike. That makes it a 2-1 count. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And that gets behind Rawls. Nearly hit him, but gets behind him. Kind of a misplaced curveball. That'll make it a 3-1 count. Rawls has a chance to get on base with just 1 out here if he can get the walk, or possibly get a nice pitch here and get a single out of it. Here's the pitch. Swings at that one. That makes it a 3-2 count. We're all full up. 1 out, full count, bottom of the second. Jacks clinging again to that 2-1 lead. In this game, Chris, going by again pretty quick. We're at the 36-minute mark and already in the bottom of the second. Here's the pitch. Ball fouled off to the right side, out of play. And a nice catch by Hermitage Hermit Parent, I believe, over here.
And now in the last ball game, the Warren Dollarway ball game, we got to moving along pretty quick and really slowed down there in the 3rd inning with a number of pitching changes and so forth. But I think both teams would like to be able to keep a quick pace going through this.
A 3-2 pitch is called strike 3. Rawls is out. So 2 down in the bottom of the 2nd inning for the Lumberjacks. I believe the catcher actually dropped that, threw it to first to get the out.
It's back-to-back strikeouts right there by Warren in the 8-9 spot in the order.
And Logan Adams, the pitcher for the Jacks, now at the plate. Here's the pitch to him. That curveball a little bit inside, I believe, and that'll make it a 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Ball is going to be on the outside corner. Adams goes for it. Adams goes for it. And that makes it 1-1 with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. That ball hits Adams on the back. He will go to first. Curveball, again, kind of a misplaced curveball. So now the Jacks have a runner on first base in Logan Adams. 2 outs and a 1-run lead by the score of 2-1. Justin Hall, hitting in the number 2 slot, comes in. Playing shortstop today for the Orange and Black.
And Hall had a hard hit single earlier in the ball game, back up the middle.
That ball high and inside, 1-0 count.
Wound up coming around to score one of the 2 runs Warren has on the board today.
Adams takes his lead at first. Throw over to first. He is safe as Adams is able to get back in there pretty quickly. Troy Sellers, the center fielder, hitting in the number 3 slot. On deck as we speak. Again, Justin Hall, the shortstop, at the plate. Runner goes. Adams is in safely at second now in scoring position. Hall swung at that one, so it is now a 1-1 count with 2 outs in the bottom of the second for the Lumberjacks. Here's the pitch to Hall. That ball gets away from the catcher, and Adams will end up safe at third. So another chance with a runner in scoring position to extend that lead to 2 runs. And again, Hall just being patient. Now has a 2-1 count with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. That ball inside, 3-1. 3-1 the count. Again, a good hitter's count. Hall awaits this pitch. Here it is. Grounder going to be foul off just a few feet away to the left of the catcher.
And that'll work it full right here.
Full count, 2 outs, bottom of the second. Logan Adams on third for the Lumberjacks. Here's the pitch to Hall. Hall fouls this one off the right side, out of play. Nobody's going to have a chance at that one. So it remains a full count with 2 outs.
Looking at this Warren Lumberjack roster, we have 11 freshmen on this baseball team.
Here's the pitch. Pop up to center field. Center fielder is under it. Now it's going to get over his head. 1 run's going to come in, and Adams. Hall headed to second. He's going to go on ahead and go to third. There's going to be a play at third base. Hall's caught in a rundown. Justin Hall making him work for it. Headed back to second. And he is out, caught in the rundown. A tough break. And I believe Justin Hall maybe got nipped by the shortstop on his turn. I'm not sure. Coach Robert Cuthbertson is discussing, as you can see in the left side of your screen, with the umpires.
Well, I think they're trying to discuss there may have been some obstruction right there during the course of the rundown by Norphlet, where Hall got held up, and that's what Coach Cuthbertson's trying to discuss with the umpire here on the field.
We will see what happens. Usually these discussions end, and as Coach Cuthbertson walks back to the dugout, the out obviously does stand. Hall headed back to the dugout. The Jacks will go to the top of the third. They've got a 3-1 run lead, or a 3-1 lead, I apologize. 3-1 Lumberjacks on top of Norphlet going into the bottom. Or where are we, Chris?
We're going into the top of the third.
Top of the third. All right, Jacks will be in the field. We'll be right back after this commercial break. Stick with SalemRiverTV.com. Lumberjack Live, Weekend of Baseball, coming back in just a second.
Arkansas Superior Federal Credit Union's got it all. In addition to providing great service with a personal touch, Arkansas Superior is member-owned, so profits go back to you, not stockholders. Arkansas Superior offers everything from savings and free checking to auto loans, home loans, and even credit cards. Call 800-643-2160 and see why people are switching to credit unions like Arkansas Superior. Learn more at asfcu.coop and like us on Facebook. Federally insured by NCUA. Reynolds Surveying has 18 years experience in the business and is well qualified to conduct residential, commercial, topographical, large acreage, and land surveying. Give them a call at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Again, call Reynolds Surveying at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556.
Welcome back. You're watching SalemRiverTV.com's live presentation of Lumberjack Live, Weekend of Baseball. Lumberjacks right now going to the top of the third, have a 3-1 lead over Norphlet. Again, they beat the Dollarway Cardinals in a technical non-conference matchup in the Southeast Arkansas Slugfest Tournament that we're currently at by the score in the game before, 5-4. Time limit got that game, but they were able to squeak out the win, 5-4, and now they're trying to get one more under their belts here against Norphlet. Logan Adams still on the mound here in the top of the third for the Jacks. Excuse me. No outs, top of the third. Here we go. Logan Adams with the pitch. A swing and a miss, 0-1 count. A little bit of a gift there from the batter.
Right there in the bottom of the second, Warren was able to post 1 run off 1 hit. The run was driven in with 2 outs, and, of course, Justin Hall got caught up in a rundown for the third out of the inning.
Another swing and a strike, 0-2. Another good start here from Adams in the top of the third. Hopefully the third inning won't hold us up quite as much as the Dollarway third inning game went.
It seemed to drag on and on as we made a couple of pitching changes, and that ball gets away from Aaron Church.
Yeah, 1-2 count now. No outs, 1-2 count. Jackson with a 3-1 lead in the top of the third. Adams from the stretch. He typically does not have a wind-up scenario. And that is strike 3. Number 12 for Norphlet goes down. That's the first out of the inning.
And the 4th Logan Adams strike out of the ball game.
He's looking much better, much more settled in this game than he did in the Dollarway game, even though he didn't do bad there. Finished 2 innings and did a good job for the Jacks.
You can tell he's starting to kind of work himself into a bit of a rhythm.
That one fired back up towards our cameras. 0-1 count now with 1 out in the top of the 3rd. A little bit of shade creeping onto the field. One cloud must be in front of the sun. A few more clouds gathering in the sky. Started off this morning with our game time temperature against Dollarway. I believe it was it 54 degrees?
I believe that's right.
And that's a strike. 0-2 now the count. Currently at 3:03. The temperature is 59 degrees. So we bumped up a little bit, just about that 60-degree mark. Here's the pitch from Adams, fouled off. Remains 0-2 with 1 out in the top of the 3rd. Jacks, again, since you don't have a scoreboard, I'm trying to keep you up to date on what the score is. 3-1. Lumberjacks on top of Norphlet here in the top of the 3rd. Adams comes set. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That ball fouled off, remains 0-2. Adams walks back to the mound. Gets set for the 0-2 pitch. 1 out in the top of the 3rd. Here comes the pitch from Adams. That ball again fouled off. Nice battle going on right here between these two guys. We're nearing the 50-minute mark in this ball game. Again, by the end of the Dollarway 3rd inning that we played just in the game right before this one, that game was called because the 3rd inning ended at the hour-and-a-half mark. So much further along in this one. And that is strike 3. Another nice pitch from Adams.
And number 5 on the game for senior Logan Adams.
Start lining the K's up. He's got 5 on the day. 2 outs in the top of the 3rd. Nice work from Adams for the Lumberjacks. 3-1 the score. Lumberjacks on top of Norphlet. Adams trying to get out of another 1-2-3 inning. And that's a foul. Good way to start it.
A defensive-looking swing right there by number 7 from Norphlet. He looked like he was unsure as to what he wanted to do with that pitch.
Adams comes set. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Another strike. 0-2.
Well, Logan Adams has settled in, and he's on a roll right here in the top of the 3rd inning for the Warren Lumberjacks.
Here he comes set for the 0-2 pitch.
Got him.
Curveball just upstairs. And that's really the first time today I've seen an inconsistent call, but you really can't blame him. That was close. I'm not going to say it was a strike, but because it did look a little high to me. But I think a couple of those have been called today. Here's the pitch. That ball popped up to the left side. Justin Hall looking for it. He's got it. That's the out. Number 3 of the top of the 3rd.
Nice job by the shortstop right there taking charge of that situation.
A nice play by Justin Hall at shortstop. We'll go to the bottom of the inning. Jacks on top, 3-1. Let's try to extend that lead, Lumberjacks. We'll be right back on Lumberjack Live, Weekend of Baseball on SaleneRiverTV.com.
Get ready for the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. This year's festival features headliner Marty Stewart. The festivities will kick off May 31st and last through June 9th. Go ahead and start making your plans today to attend Arkansas's Festival to Remember. Bring the entire family and enjoy the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. Any good stadium groundskeeper will tell you that the quality and cleanliness of a sports field is essential to a great game. Athletes must be able to compete on pristine ground. The same goes for in the home. If if you were to comfortably enjoy your home, it must be cared for in a professional quality manner. Call Beavers Carpet Cleaning today for a free estimate. Dial 870-820-8762. Beavers Carpet Cleaning, owner Beaver Ray Smith. Jennings Carpet Specialties is a proud sponsor of Lumberjack Live. For professional installation of hardwood, carpet, vinyl, laminate, ceramic, blinds, and commercial flooring, contact Jennings Carpet Specialties at 870-226-3890 or stop by their shop at 212 South Myrtle Street in Warren. Jennings Carpet Specialties, quality you can stand on.
Welcome back to Lumberjack Live, weekend of baseball on SalineRiverTV.com, a partner of SalineRiverChronicle.com. About to start off the bottom of the third from the Southeast Arkansas Slugfest. The Warren Lumberjacks taking on Norphlet, and they currently have, Warren does, a 3-1 lead over Norphlet. And we now have in the bottom of the third coming up numbers 3, 4, and 5, if I'm correct, Chris. Troy Sellers, Drake Jones, and Aaron Church set to step up to the plate for the Jacks.
And Troy Sellers had an infield single in his first at bat on a ground ball to third. He was able to beat out. Drake Jones followed that up with a single of his own. So hopefully a productive inning right here for the Warren Lumberjacks. Logan Adams right there for Warren. Got out of the top of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. 14 pitches. So he's rolling right along today.
You might even get another inning out of him, or maybe one or two. It just kind of depends on what Coach Cuthbertson wants to do. But he's looking good right now. I would really be hesitant to take him out. Number 4, Troy Sellers hitting in the number 3 slot. The center fielder steps up to the plate for the orange and black to lead off the bottom of the third. Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss, 0-1 count. And Troy, like we talked about in the Dollarway game, going to be a key player all season for this team. One of those seasoned seniors they really are going to depend on. Another strike makes it 0-2. It's really been kind of a pitching battle so far, Chris. Both teams, Logan settling into this match. He fouls that one off. Remains 0-2. No outs. Bottom of the third. Lumberjacks at the plate. I guess the next game will be Hermitage.
Next game will be Hermitage and Drew Central.
Here's the 0-2 pitch to Sellers. And called strike 3 on the outside corner of Sellers, the first out of the inning. So one down in the bottom of the third. Jacks with the 3-1 lead. Number 15, Drake Jones, the third baseman, steps up to the plate.
And now, as we discussed earlier, Rob, if Warren wins this game, they should be a lock to play in one of the championship or third place games this evening. Norphlet and Warren both only have one loss in pool play so far, and Hermitage only has one loss. So it'll be interesting to see exactly how the final standings shake out. But a Warren win will put them playing at around 5 o'clock today.
And we will not be carrying any of those games live this afternoon. So just look for a report on SalineRiverChronicle.com for the championship game, a third, fourth place game, whichever Warren plays in, or Hermitage, one of the two. We'll try to our best to have a report on one of those games, whichever one Warren ends up in. Here's the pitch to Jones, the 0-1. Or actually, that was the 1-1. So that makes it 2-1. 1 out, 2-1 count, bottom of the third. Lumberjacks up 3-1 over Norphlet. Here's the pitch to Jones. Ball low, makes it 3-1. A chance to get on base here for the third baseman Jones. Get something started here in the bottom of the inning for the Lumberjacks. That ball in the dirt, he will take the walk. Up next, number 22, the catcher for the Lumberjacks, Aaron Church. And Aaron has struggled a bit today at the plate, but I think he's due for a hit. Church steps in. 1 out. Jones takes his lead at first. Here's the pitch. outside. 1-0 count to Aaron Church. Jones again takes his lead at first. That ball upstairs. 2-0 count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Popped up. Shortstop. Under it for Norphlet. And he catches it. So that will be the second out of the inning. Nearly lost that one in the sun, but he's able to make the play. A nice play by the shortstop. So Jones remains at first for the Lumberjacks. This game now getting close to the hour mark. It's at 55 minutes, actually 56 minutes now that we've been recording. So we're going to get a good bit of this one in. This is the bottom of the third. Number 17, Blake Gorman, steps up to the plate. Jones takes his lead at first and has to get back after the throw.
Gorman walked in his first at bat.
Here's the pitch. That's a strike on the outside corner. An 0-1 count to Blake Gorman. Gorman, another one of those pitchers that's going to have to come in middle relief and really help out the Jacks all season. That pitch gets away from the catcher. Jones will take second. So now we have a 1-1 count with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Lumberjacks with a 3-1 lead. Blake Gorman at the plate. Tyler Hall on deck. Here's the pitch to Gorman. That pitch low and outside. Makes it 2-1. A 2-1 count to Blake Gorman. Jones with a pretty short lead. That pitch high. Looked like a curveball, but it just didn't break in. So Gorman now has a 3-1 count, a chance to get on base. Here's the pitch to Gorman. A swing and a miss. Full up. 2 outs in the bottom of the third inning. Lumberjacks trying to add another run on to their lead. Currently at 3-1 on top of Norphlet. Here's the pitch. Ball popped up. Third baseman and shortstop running over. It is going to drop fair. 1 run's going to come in. Jones scores. And actually, Gorman is going to advance to second. 1 run does come in. That makes it 4-1. Lumberjacks on top of Norphlet. A nice job. I know it wasn't a solid contact hit. It wasn't the prettiest thing you've ever seen, but hey, it drops in there over on just behind third base and shallow left field. And 1 run comes in as Jones was running with 2 outs.
A nice effort right there by the Norphlet shortstop to get over close to it, and he just couldn't quite handle it.
It looks like we've got number 13, Noah Lecco, coming in. The hit for the Lumberjacks in the place of Randy Gorman. Tyler Hall. I apologize. Coming in to pinch hit for Tyler Hall.
Lecco, sophomore.
Lecco's played a lot of left field, so there may be some shifting in the defensive lineup coming up in the next inning. Ball grounder to the second baseman. He fields it, throws it to first, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. We're going to the top of the 4th. Jacks have a 4-1 lead. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Lumberjack Live, Weekend of Baseball on SalineRiverTV.com.
Arkansas Superior Federal Credit Union's got it all. In addition to providing great service with a personal touch, Arkansas Superior is member-owned, so profits go back to you, not stockholders. Arkansas Superior offers everything from savings and free checking to auto loans, home loans, and even credit cards. Call 800-643-2160 and see why people are switching to credit unions like Arkansas Superior. Learn more at asfcu.coop and like us on Facebook. Federally insured by NCUA. Reynolds Surveying has 18 years experience in the business and is well qualified to conduct residential, commercial, topographical, large acreage, and land surveying. Give them a call at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Again, call Reynolds Surveying at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Any good stadium groundskeeper will tell you that the quality and cleanliness of a sports field is essential to a great game. Athletes must be able to compete on pristine ground. The same goes for in the home. If you were to comfortably enjoy your home, it must be cared for in a professional quality manner. Call Beaver's Carpet Cleaning today for a free estimate. Dial 870-820-8762. Beaver's Carpet Cleaning, owner Beaver Ray Smith.
Welcome back to Lumberjack Live on SaleneRiverTV.com. You're watching the weekend of baseball. Lumberjacks playing Norphlet right now, up by the score of 4-1 in the top of the fourth. Logan Adams comes back out. He's going to continue in this one. Do we have any stats from the last inning, Chris?
We do. Warren in the bottom of the third posted one run off no hits, benefited from a Norphlet area, left one guy stranded.
So Logan Adams, kind of the ace pitcher for the Lumberjacks this season. Him, along with Drake Jones, who usually plays third base. Both of those guys going to be very important this season. But Logan getting a lot of work in today. We got a conference matchup against DeWitt coming up Monday. That game will not be live on SaleneRiverTV.com. However, the Lady Jacks softball game Monday will be live at 4:25 p.m. But we'll give you score updates of that boys game live as they happen during our streamcast Monday afternoon, again at 4:25. Log on to SaleneRiverTV.com, a partner of SaleneRiverChronicle.com. Here we go with the top of the fourth. Adams gets set to start off the fourth inning for the Lumberjacks. Here's the pitch. Fouled off, 0-1 count.
And now sophomore Tyler Hall has re-entered the game at second base. Noah Lecco just came in to pinch hit for Hall. Hall has re-entered. So we still, defensively, we are still structured the same. Logan Adams still on the mound for Warren.
Here's the pitch from Adams. That ball low makes it a 1-1 count. No outs. Top of the fourth. Jacks have a 4-1 lead over Norphlet. We are over the hour mark. We're actually at an hour and about 3 minutes. So this game going to get a good bit of it in. That ball popped up. Tyler Hall at second base under it. He's got it for out number one. Nice play by Tyler Hall, the second baseman.
Again, another solid defensive effort right there by the sophomore.
And so far, defensively, Warren hasn't made a whole lot of mistakes. We've had a couple, but nothing drastic. And that's got to be promising for Coach Robert Cuthbertson going into really the heart of your schedule, conference schedule especially. And that is a strike, 0-1 count. 1 out, top of the fourth. Again, Jack's up 4-1 over Norphlet.
And, you know, we talked earlier about this in the Dollarway broadcast, but Warren starts conference play next week on Monday as they play everybody in the conference twice. And in order to do that, in order to play the 14 conference games, you've got to get started pretty quick. So that's why they're going into conference play when most teams are still able to schedule these non-conference opponents.
And that ball was fouled off. It means it's an 0-2 count with 1 out in the top of the fourth. Adams still looking good, cruising. In a way, looking very solid right now on the mound for the Jacks. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That ball fouled out of play, remains 0-2 with 1 out. So it looks like they're gonna stick with Adams possibly through the fifth. If he keeps his pitch count low enough, it wouldn't surprise me at all to see him finish out this ball game. He's doing pretty well. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That ball popped up. Randy Gorman over at first in foul territory. He's under it, has it. That's out number 2. 2 outs in the top of the fourth. Nice pitch right there from Adams and a nice play by Randy Gorman at first base. First Gorman Gorman's going to be a pretty strong part of this team. You always have to have a good, solid first baseman that can field the ball and dig tough throws out of the dirt over there at first. And I've been pleased with his play today. He's done well.
He's had the opportunity to play a lot of baseball.
That ball hit to right field. Blake Gorman comes up on it a little bit too much, but he gets it in, and it's going to be held to a single. And then not a bad job, just kind of a tough line drive. Maybe gets a little bit better break on it, might have a chance at making that play, but unfortunately it falls in front, and Norphlet now has a runner at first with 2 outs. The Jacks have a 4-1 lead here in the top of the 4th.
And that's the first hit against Logan Adams since the first inning.
That's not bad for the senior Lumberjack pitcher. Runner takes his lead. Here's the pitch from Adams. And that's a strike. 0-1 count now. Again, an 0-1 count, 2 outs. Oh, 1 count, 2 outs. Top of the 4th. Jacks have a 4-1 lead. Norphlet has a runner on first. Here's the pitch. A swing and a strike. Church is going to hold it. So the runner does advance to second. And that will be a stolen base, but not a bad decision right there by Aaron Church to eat that one.
Well, with the 4-1 lead, and you've got 2 strikes on the batter at the plate with 2 outs. That's a wise decision just to go ahead and hold on to it and try to get the batter here at the plate.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. That ball fouled away.
Got a score to pass along to you, Rob. The Hope girls beat the Warren Lady Lumberjack soccer team 1-0 today in the Simmons First Tournament at El Dorado.
Tough loss right there for the Lady Jacks, but they're getting better. They're getting better, and that's a good sign. We will not have another soccer game until April, I believe, but they actually go on a pretty good road trip for a while, as we now have a 1-2 count. But the soccer team, both the girls and the boys, kind of travel on the same schedule, and the good middle part of their schedule is almost all travel games, away games. So we won't get to see them until kind of the mid to tail end of the season. And that is a strike 3, the 3rd out of the top of the 4th. We're going to the bottom of the inning. Jacks hanging on to that 4-1 lead. Logan Adams looking good. Cruising will be back with Lumberjack Live, weekend of baseball, on SalineRiverTV.com, a partner of SalineRiverChronicle.com. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back after these messages.
Get ready for the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. This year's festival features headliner Marty Stewart. The festivities will kick off May 31st and last through June 9th. Go ahead and start making your plans today to attend Arkansas's Festival to Remember. Bring the entire family and enjoy the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. Any good stadium groundskeeper will tell you that the quality and cleanliness of a sports field is essential to a great game. Athletes must be able to compete on pristine ground. The same goes for in the home. If you were to comfortably enjoy your home, it must be cared for in a professional quality manner. Call Beaver's Carpet Cleaning today for a free estimate. Dial 870-820-8762. Beaver's Carpet Cleaning, owner Beaver Ray Smith.
Welcome back to Lumberjack Live, weekend of baseball on SalineRiverTV.com, a partner of SalineRiverChronicle.com. Starting off the bottom of the 4th, Randy Gorman, the first baseman for the Lumberjacks, hitting in that number 8 slot, starting off the inning for the Jacks. That pitch low, 1-0.
Gorman, one of 5 seniors on this Lumberjack ball club.
Here's the 1-0 pitch to Gorman. Ball grounded. It will get through. That will be a single for Randy Gorman.
Let's see if Coach Cupson uses this opportunity to insert a pinch runner for Gorman at first base.
And that's exactly what he's going to do.
Give another young man an opportunity to get some action today.
Looks like number 25, Calix Harris.
Calix, a very athletic young man, played some running back early in the junior high football season, suffered an injury. He really excited about him and his future, only a 9th grader.
A great name for baseball. I like that, Calix. Not bad. Glad to welcome him on to and he just got picked off at first. A nice quick throw, nice work, and Harris is picked off at first. Tough break right there for the Lumberjacks. Harris just coming on to the field, maybe a bit nervous about his first appearance, possibly.
Definitely not the way you want to start.
Not exactly, but he'll figure it out. He won't do that again.
We got Wesley Cornish here at the plate, Rob.
And number 20, Wesley Cornish, is going to come in and hit in the number 9 slot for Cole Rawls, who was occupying that. And the grounder to third, the throw to first is past the first baseman. Cornish will be safe at first base. So with one out, Cornish is at first for the Lumberjacks. Jacks have a 4-1 lead in the bottom of the inning.
And we may see another pinch runner here, working to get everybody in and out of the ball game.
Looks like number 10, A.J. Morning, is going to come into a pinch run for Wesley Cornish.
Mooring started the first game in left field for the Lumberjacks.
Now number 5, Logan Adams, back to the leadoff spot. That ball fouled off. 0-1 count to Adams now with one out in the bottom of the 4th inning. Again, we're at the 1 hour, 12-minute mark, so it looks like to me we're probably going to get a full 5 innings in. This game's moved pretty quickly. Here's the pitch. Grounded back up the middle. That's going to get through. A.J. Mooring is going to hold at second base, so runners now at first and second for the Lumberjacks. And up next is going to be number 8, Justin Hall, the future West Point student.
Justin Hall's 2 for 2 today with a single and a double, scored a run.
He's had a successful day. I've been impressed with the play of Justin Hall. He had the one dropped infield fly, but overall he hadn't looked too bad. Here's the pitch. That ball's upstairs. 1-0 the count with one out in the bottom of the 4th. With the Jacks clinging to this 4-1 lead, if they're able to get out of the top of the inning with not much damage done, that would be the end of this ball game. So they'll go back out after this 4th inning is over with, go back out for the top of the 5th and hopefully able to hold Norphlet scoreless and get a second win of the day under their belts. Here's the pitch to Hall inside. That makes it a 2-0 count with one out. Hall squares the bunt. That ball low and outside. He will take the walk. Actually, it was a 3-0 count. I didn't realize that. Sorry about that, folks. Hall will go to first. Base is now loaded for the Lumberjacks. Troy Sellers has ducks on the pond. What can he do with it?
Sellers is singled and struck out in his 2 at-bats today. He was 2 for 2 in the first game with 2 singles.
Here's the pitch to Sellers. Low and outside. Nice stop by the Norphlet catcher. Be a 1-0 count with one out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Jacks have a 4-1 lead. Here's the pitch to Sellers. Upstairs, 2-0 count.
That's 6 straight pitches outside the strike zone for Norphlet's pitcher. Coach Chris Hawkins is going to come out and talk to him.
Looks like we may have a pitching change coming. Third baseman for Norphlet is going to come onto the mound, and they will simply switch positions. So the pitcher for Norphlet moves to third base, and the third baseman comes to the mound. All right, while he's warming up, we're going to get another commercial break in and let our advertisers tell you about their businesses. We'll be back in just a second with more Lumberjack Live Weekend of Baseball.
Jennings Carpet Specialties is a proud sponsor of Lumberjack Live. For professional installation of hardwood, carpet, vinyl, laminate, ceramic, blinds, and commercial flooring, contact Jennings Carpet Specialties at 870-226-3890 or stop by their shop at 212 South Myrtle Street in Warren. Jennings Carpet Specialties, quality you can stand on.
Welcome back. You're watching Lumberjack Live Weekend of Baseball on SalineRiverTV.com, a partner of SalineRiverChronicle.com. I'm Rob Reap alongside Chris Norton. We are currently in the bottom of the fourth of this Warren Norphlet game here at the Southeast Arkansas Slugfest Tournament. The Jacks currently have a 4-1 lead in the bottom of the fourth with one out. Troy Sellers at the plate. He's got a 2-0 count. And Norphlet has just made a pitching change, as you can see. Thank you so much for joining us, though, to watch this ball game. So far, Logan Adams for the Lumberjacks, Chris, looking pretty good on the mound. Hopefully we'll get to see him come back out in the fifth and finish this one out and get a complete game.
Yeah, it looks to be the direction that we're heading. I would be surprised if Coach Robert Cuperson pulls him from the ball game here going into the top of the fifth.
Looks like we're set to go here as the pitching change has been made. Pitchers have warmed up. And Sellers at the plate with a 2-0 count. That ball is in there for a strike, 2-1. So the Lumberjacks have the bases loaded with one out, 2-1 count, bottom of the fourth with a 4-1 lead. Oh, and a nasty curveball. Sellers takes a late cut at it, and it's going to make it a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch to Sellers. Another strike. And that will be 2 outs. Sellers not very happy with the call, but can't really argue with it. It's like we said, been a very consistent zone so far today.
It has. For the most part, he's been very consistent for both sides. That's the second consecutive strikeout looking for Troy Sellers, so he'll obviously be frustrated with himself that they're heading back to the dugout.
Number 15, Drake Jones, steps up to the plate for the Lumberjacks. That pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1 count. I think Coach Robert Cuthbertson's having a bit of a chuckle on the third base side of things. He's not too sure about that call either, but that pitch up in the zone and inside, that'll make it a 1-1 count. And we're now at the hour and 17-minute mark. Here's the pitch. Ball popped up to the second baseman. We have trouble here. That ball's going to get down. 1 run's going to come in. 2 runs are going to come in. Runners now at the corners for the Lumberjacks as number 10, A.J. Mooring, comes in and is able to score, as well as number 5, Logan Adams, scores that second run. Now it is 6-1. Jacks on top of Norphlet. That's a nice little cushion to have. So Hall will be at third base. Little bloop single is able to get Jones on at first. Jones has played well today for the Lumberjacks.
And driven in 4 runs.
4 of the 6 have been RBIs, courtesy of Drake Jones. So a good sign. Now number 22, Aaron Church, hitting in the number 5 slot. That pitch called a strike, 0-1. Jones going to head down to second, stolen base. So runners now at second and third. And number 22, Aaron Church, sitting at the plate with 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Here's the pitch. And he checks his swing. So I believe, what count do we have, Chris?
I actually don't have 1-1s what the umpire's showing.
1-1 count. And that ball hit to the second baseman. He's unable to handle it. So 1 more run's going to come in for the Lumberjacks. Number 8, Justin Hall, is able to get in. So Aaron Church puts it in play, makes something happen. Now runners at the corners, and a 7-1 lead in the bottom of the fourth for the Lumberjacks with 2 outs. And up steps number 17, Blake Gorman. Looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner for the catcher, number 22, Aaron Church. We'll head back to the dugout. And looks like Seeing who's coming out here to run for Aaron, it will be number 31, Trent Broughton.
And Trent's another freshman, extremely fast young man.
It's number 17, Blake Gorman at the plate. Broughton at first. Jones at third. At pitch upstairs. 1-0 count. A 1-0 count to Blake Gorman. Hitting in the number 6 spot. Broughton takes his lead. Kind of a short lead. Gorman swings at that one for a strike. That makes it a 1-1 count with 2 outs. You can see a little bit of shadow coming into play now, Chris, from the press box area that we're currently in. So a couple more hours, and these teams that play later in the day will have to compete with that. That ball dribbled foul down the first base side. Makes it a 1-2 count with 2 outs. Jacks have a 7-1 lead over Norphlet. Bottom of the 4th. Blake Gorman at the plate for the Lumberjacks. And Broughton caught. He's going to either get in a rundown. Jones pausing at third, and the runner's going to be back safe at first. So Norphlet keeps the runner at third base and sacrifices the potential out. And that's tough right there because, I understand you don't want to get in a rundown. If that run gets in before the out's confirmed, then that run would count. But tough to not take that out when it's there. Runner goes, and they're going to leave him to be at second base. They call it strike 3, actually. So that will be the end of the 4th. We're going to the top of the 5th. Jacks right now on top by a score of 7-1. We're at the hour and 21-minute mark, so we will get at least the top of the 5th in if the Jacks can hold them. This will be the ball game. We'll be back in just a few minutes after this commercial break.
Arkansas Superior Federal Credit Union's got it all. In addition to providing great service with a personal touch, Arkansas Superior is member-owned, so profits go back to you, not stockholders. Arkansas Superior offers everything from savings and free checking to auto loans, home loans, and even credit cards. Call 800-643-2160 and see why people are switching to credit unions like Arkansas Superior. Learn more at asfcu.coop and like us on Facebook. Federally insured by NCUA. Reynolds Surveying has 18 years experience in the business and is well qualified to conduct residential, commercial, topographical, large acreage, and land surveying. Give them a call at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Again, call Reynolds Surveying at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Any good stadium groundskeeper will tell you that the quality and cleanliness of a sports field is essential to a great game. Athletes must be able to compete on pristine ground. The same goes for in the home. If you were to comfortably enjoy your home, it must be cared for in a professional quality manner. Call Beaver's Carpet Cleaning today for a free estimate. Dial 870-820-8762. Beaver's Carpet Cleaning, owner Beaver Ray Smith.
Welcome back. You're watching Lumberjack Live Weekend of Baseball on SalineRiverTV.com, a partner of SalineRiverChronicle.com. I'm Rob Reap alongside sports analyst Chris Norton. Chris, you got some stats from the 4th for us?
Warren was able to put up 3 runs right there in the bottom of the 4th. All 3 earned off of, 3 hits. And benefited from 2 Norphlet errors.
All right, well, the way the Southeast Arkansas Slugfest Tournament works, it's an hour and a half or 5 innings, whichever comes first. We're at the hour and 24-minute mark, so the 5th inning's already going to happen. Now, the Jacks have a 7-1 lead. They are the home team going into the top of the 5th. And with that 7-1 lead going into the top of the 5th, if they're able to keep Norphlet at least to 7-6 or something, they would win the ball game without having to play the bottom of the inning. And the schedule a bit behind today, but this game was it started around 2:15 or 2:30, somewhere in there.
Somewhere in that area.
So Here we go with the start of the top of the fifth. A nice pitch right there.
Number 21 here for Norphlet struck out looking earlier in the ball game.
So no outs, top of the fifth. That pitch is a strike, swung at.
Nice pitch right there by Logan Adams. Already got, I believe it's 7 Ks going in here to the top of the fifth inning. He's had a very, very good day on the mound for Warren.
So we have an 0-2 count. Here's the pitch from Adams. Runner checks his swing. That ball was pretty high in the zone, so it makes it a 1-2 count. 7-1. Lumberjacks on top of Norphlet here in the top of the fifth. Adams still on the mound looking to get a complete game. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. How many Ks is that on the day for Adams?
8 for Logan Adams.
Not a bad start here in the second game today for the right-hander Adams from Warren. We apologize. We haven't had a roster from Norphlet today, but number 9 steps up to the plate. Here's the pitch from Adams. That ball hangs high, 1-0. You can hang with us after this ball game's over with for the SalemRiverTV.com post-game report. We will try to rattle off the stats for you from this one. That pitch, a called strike. That makes it a 1-1 count. 1 out, top of the fifth. Jacks have a 7-1 lead. 7-1 lead in the top of the fifth for the Lumberjacks. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That makes it 1-2 after the swing. So a 1-2 count with 1 out in the top of the fifth. Jacks looking to get out of this with a pretty good victory here. Strike 3, 2 Ks in this inning for Adams. Another one. That's 9 on the day.
A very, very productive day right here for Logan Adams. 9 strikeouts.
So 7-1 lead. One more out, and this ball game is over with. I believe we have the leadoff batter, number 12, up for Norphlet.
He's 0 for 2 with 2 Ks on the day.
So 2 of the 9 belong to him. And that makes the count an 0-1 count. That ball hit to left. The out is made, and that is the ball game. Number 31, Trent Broughton makes the catch. And that's not Trent Broughton. Who is that? That's let's see. Number trying to see. That's going to be Cole Rawls, I believe. Number 32, Cole Rawls makes the catch in left. And that will be the ball game, folks. We will be back in just a second after this commercial break with your SalemRiverTV.com post-game report. Don't go anywhere. Jacks win at 7-1 over Norphlet.
Arkansas Superior Federal Credit Union's got it all. In addition to providing great service with a personal touch, Arkansas Superior is member-owned, so profits go back to you, not stockholders. Arkansas Superior offers everything from savings and free checking to auto loans, home loans, and even credit cards. Call 800-643-2160 and see why people are switching to credit unions like Arkansas Superior. Learn more at asfcu.coop and like us on Facebook. Federally insured by NCUA. Reynolds Surveying has 18 years experience in the business and is well qualified to conduct residential, commercial, topographical, large acreage, and land surveying. Give them a call at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Again, call Reynolds Surveying at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Get ready for the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. This year's festival features headliner Marty Stewart. The festivities will kick off May 31st and last through June 9th. Go ahead and start making your plans today to attend Arkansas's Festival to Remember. Bring the entire family and enjoy the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. Any good stadium groundskeeper will tell you that the quality and cleanliness of a sports field is essential to a great game. Athletes must be able to compete on pristine ground. The same goes for in the home. If you were to comfortably enjoy your home, it must be cared for in a professional quality manner. Call Beaver's Carpet Cleaning today for a free estimate. Dial 870-820-8762. Beaver's Carpet Cleaning, owner Beaver Ray Smith. Jennings Carpet Specialties is a proud sponsor of Lumberjack Live. For professional installation of hardwood, carpet, vinyl, laminate, ceramic, blinds, and commercial flooring, contact Jennings Carpet Specialties at 870-226-3890 or stop by their shop at 212 South Myrtle Street in Warren. Jennings Carpet Specialties, quality you can stand on. For over 2 years, SalineRiverChronicle.com has been the fastest growing news source in Bradley County. Currently, SalineRiverChronicle.com gets around 15,000 page views per week. It's the only local news source in Bradley County that provides fast-breaking news, full-color photography, and live video coverage through the new SalineRiverTV.com. And guess what else? SalineRiverChronicle.com is updated every single day. That's right, it's a daily local news source. Help us spread the word about SalineRiverChronicle.com. Arkansas Superior Federal Credit Union's got it all. In addition,
welcome back to Lumberjack Live Weekend of Baseball. We ran our commercials a little bit long there, but that's all right, no problem. Lumberjacks had a successful day, and it's not over yet. We're not going to have the other ones live, but they're still going to be playing, I believe. Chris, is that correct?
The way we understand it, Warren is one of only 2 teams left with one. Randy Gorman went 1 for 2. Cole Rawls was 0 for 1. Wesley Cornish was 0 for 1. Reached on an error. He was then pitch run for by A.J. Mooring. A.J. wound up scoring one of the 7 runs for the day for the Lumberjacks. On the mound, Logan Adams pitched to Jim. 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, and 9 strikeouts on the day. Didn't walk anybody, so an outstanding day for Logan Adams on the hill for the Warren Lumberjacks.
Yeah, 2 wins today for the Lumberjacks. They're able to beat Dollarway by the score of 5-4, and that was in 3 innings time when we got that game. And then we just watched, as you saw live on SalineRiverTV.com, the Lumberjacks able to beat Norphlet by the score of 7-1. Now, as I said, we're not going to be carrying any more games live today. The next time you can watch Warren Athletics live is on SalineRiverTV.com. Monday at 4:25, we're going to be covering Lady Jacks softball. They're facing DeWitt at home in Warren, but we'll be there live, and we'll try to keep the men's game score update going during that game as well. But you can watch us live at 4:25 Monday afternoon. We look forward to bringing that game to you. Check out the Lumberjack Live schedule on SalineRiverChronicle.com sports page. That's the best way to keep up with what we've got going on SalineRiverTV.com. Thank you so much for joining us. Jack's had a great day. We're happy. We will see you guys next week, Monday. For Chris Norton, thank you so much once again for joining me.
We enjoyed it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm Rob Breep for SalineRiverChronicle.com and SalineRiverTV.com. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you Monday.